Morning, kiddies. Dr. Freedom here with you. Timers of Doctor Who news. News from in and around the universe that could affect you, could be, might, who, okay, but I literally woke up like 15 minutes ago, which is bad for me because I was getting ready to shoot a vid. I started watching some special, I can't remember what it was, and all of a sudden I was conked out for over like an hour and a half. So, oh man. Oh man, I'm going to miss these long nights at work because soon there'll be long mornings at work. But okay, onward and upward, let's get going. Of course, don't forget Omega Files this weekend is The Fires of Vulcan, the Big Finish Audio versus The Fires of Pompeii. And like I said, The Fires of Vulcan, it's definitely not going to probably get too many. It just wasn't one of the better Big Finish Audio as far as I'm concerned. But the fact of the matter is, we literally have a situation where you have the 7th Doctor and the 10th Doctor being dropped in the volcano on Pompeii Day, or God, dropped in the volcano on Pompeii Day. Oh God, that was a good one, or what? Dropped in Pompeii on Volcano Day, and we're going to compare how each one reacts to what situation they're in, because they're in two different situations. You have one dealing with this situation, one dealing with the other. Whereas one doctor is dealing with the Paravile and the other one's doing it's going to be interesting. So keep your eyes open for that. All right, but let's move on into the news, shall we? First up, over on Alabama.com, Al.com, Doctor Convention Con Cerberus costumes, panels, and perfumes inspired by the sci-fi series and former lead actor from the show at the Huntsville event. And this is a nice article going over Con Cerberus, which is taking place, and also the fact that Sylvester McCoy will be there. So please go check this out, especially if you're a fan of that convention. You want to know a little bit more about it. It's covered right here on Al.com. Okay, over on Doctor Who News this morning, Doctor Who tops poll of greatest sci-fi, horror, and fantasy moments. It turns out here the Doctor's farewell to Rose on Doomsday has been voted the greatest moment in sci-fi, horror, and fantasy by readers of the magazine SFX. It was revealed today. Now, the marked the publication of issue 250 of the monthly magazine. Readers were asked to vote for a definitive list of 250 greatest moments of sci-fi, horror, and fantasy in genres covering cinema, television, books, comics, and video games. A total of 96,300 votes was cast, and Doctor Who came up at the top of that emotional scene set in Bad Wolf Bay. Originally broadcast on the 8th of July 2006, the concluding part of the two-episode story that ended Series 2 was written by Russell T. Davies, who was the showrunner at the time, and directed by Graham Harper. And then it goes into more here. Go check this out. It's just amazing to me that of all the moments we've had in Doctor Who and all that, this was the one that came up on top, which is weird to me. But go check it out for yourself. Now the top 10, and they even have a list of the top 10 greatest moments right here, as by SFX Magazine's poll. Go take a look at it. All right. Jumping on over to Warp Factor. Doctor Who, how could the War Doctor return? It says right here, could the Younger War Doctor make another appearance in Doctor Who? And if so, what could he be up to? Christopher Morley presents a few theories for you to ponder on. Very easily. We only saw the War Doctor at the end of his particular reign. Now here's the problem. John Hurt is no spring chicken. So it's not like you can just keep dragging him in. But there's other ways of doing it, where we can see, his adventures that led from, his little regeneration, their thing with Paul McGann, Night of the Doctor, and different events that led up to what happened, which was basically at the end of his life in Day of the Doctor. So keep your eye out on that. It's a possibility. It could happen. We already know there's novels coming out and whatnot that are going to surround, John Hurt's War Doctor. But as appearing on the show, I don't know. That's up to the Moff. Okay, next up on Radio Times. This one I got a kick out of. 7 reasons why you should follow Matt Smith's mom on Twitter. Now, Lynn Smith is friends with Karen Gillan and thinks bow ties are cool and has visited the set of Doctor Who, What's Not to Love. And, oh, goodness gracious. All right, here's the reasons real quickly. She's one proud mama. Number 2, she gives us a glimpse into the family photo albums. Number 3, she's pals with Kay Gill. She hangs out with Karen Gill, in other words. Number 4, her fashion sense is every bit good as her son's. 5, she's totally been on the set of Doctor Who. Number 6, she knows a good photo when she sees it. And number 7, without Lynn, how would you ever know that Matt cooks and cleans? Sorry for the quick run through this morning. It's just I want to get this video up, and I literally have very limited time to do it. But don't worry, these things happen. Plus, it seems like I'll have a few weeks where I'll have plenty of time to get you videos. Oh, man. Okay. Next up is over on Kasterborous. Karen's Nebula is on the Empire Magazine cover. That's right, this month's Empire Magazine turns the spotlight on the upcoming Marvel movie Guardians of the Galaxy, and subscribers receive a very special cover featuring the 3 villains of the movie, and yes, that includes former Doctor Who companion Karen Gillan as Nebula. Unfortunately for non-subscribers, this is what Empire does. Release a standard cover for retailers and create a special cover, mostly devoid of spiel, for loyal readers. Nonetheless, it doesn't stop us gawking at the limited edition covers on the net and trying to control our drool. And it says here it's a good thing that the regular cover, despite featuring no Karen at all, is still very cool. James Gunn, director of Guardians of the Galaxy, told Empire, quote, "There's a lot of strange stuff in the movie, but that's the thing that makes it different. For cinema to remain relevant, you really need to make every film seem like it's Transformers 18 and try to make things that are a little bit different," end quote. Frankly, if Karen were in it, I'd even watch Transformers. Oh, yeah, people are really worried about the whole Transformers sequel thing coming up. It's going to be a whole new ballpark, so I'm even going to give it a shot and see what happens. Especially, minus no Shia LaBeouf. All right. Okay, next up on UCK Field FM. Louise Jameson on Drive Home says, right, on Drive Home on Monday the 23rd of June, Lynn Briggs chatted to Louise Jameson whilst at the Devonshire Park Theatre, Eastbourne, where she recently starred as Miss Marple in A Murder Is Announced. It's about a 10.5-minute interview, and it talks about her whole thing. Let's just run through the synopsis here briefly. Local actress Louise has many career highlights today, including appearances on Emmerdale, as Leela the Leatherhead Barbarian Warrior, companion of the 4th Doctor, Tom Baker, and had a leading role as Blanche Simmons in the first 2 series of Tenko, before starring for 5 years in the late 80s as in Bergerac as Suzanne Young, Jim Bergerac's girlfriend. In 1998, she began a long run on the BBC hit soap opera EastEnders as Rosa DeMarco, appearing in over 200 episodes over 2.5 years. More recently, she has appeared in episodes of Doctors, Holby City, and The Bill, and as a regular in Doc Martin. Louise talked about her career highs and lows, plus she revealed just how mad Tom Baker really is. And they have a link to the actual interview right here. And she begins by asking her about Miss Marple. Go check it out, especially if you're in the mood to listen to a good radio interview. And lastly, for today, 8 drastic TV recastings that worked. Number 7 on the list, of course, being Doctor Who. Because they're basically talking about recastings on television shows and all that, and it happens all the time. It happens more than you think. It's just sometimes you don't even catch it. But yeah, number 7 was Doctor Who, so that's why I'm including her on this list. Once again, I'm deeply sorry about the rushed nature of the news today, but I had very limited time to get a video shot put together for you to get it out there, and like I said, it's my fault because I was really wiped out after work last night. I started watching some documentary, and next and I didn't wake up till a few minutes ago. So, okay, guys, take care, ta-ta. Don't forget to tune in to the Omega Files this weekend. And, well, that's right, no real news on Doctor Who filming right now. I'm assuming it's all closed set. But if there is any that pops up, I'll be sure to get a hold of you all. Take care. Have a good one. See you tomorrow, dudes.